Hello, and welcome to another Lumbridge Night quest guide for free-to-play OSRS. In this video, we're going to be looking at the Dragon Slayer 1 quest. This quest is the premier free-to-play quest and unlocks the ability to wear Rune or green D-hard chests. It's also the best free-to-play quest by a mile. To start this quest, you'll need 32 quest points in order to access the Champions Guild, meaning you will need to have completed the majority of the free-to-play quests. Don't worry if you haven't, a link to a playlist containing guides to all the free-to-play quests should have appeared on the screen now. I also recommend a magic level of 33, otherwise you'll need 10k extra coins for one of the steps. 37 prayer for protect from magic is also strongly recommended. Ironmen who will need to make a lot of the items will also require the following stats: 8 crafting to make the Unfired Bowl, and 34 smithing in order to make nails. There are quite a few items in order to complete it, so I'll be going through these items in the next section. The only other thing you'll need is the ability to defeat a level 83 dragon, but there's a few tips and tricks that I could show you that can get this quest done at a pretty low level. That said, I would recommend base 30 combat stats. The Chronicle, a couple of Thalzar teleports, an axe, and a couple of energy or stamina potions will help speed things up. Right, onto the items. First up, the Unfired Bowl. To get an Unfired Bowl, take some soft clay like we needed for the Prince Ali rescue quest, see the link for details, and with a crafting level of 8, use it on a potter's wheel. In free-to-play, the easiest location for this is the Barbarian Village. Alternatively, you can buy one from the GE for around 250 coins. A Wizard's Mind Bomb can be bought from the Rising Sun Inn in Falador for 3 coins, or 200 coins from the GE. A Lobster Pot can be bought from Geraint's Fishy Business in Port Sarim for 20 coins, or around 150 coins from the GE. I recommend buying silk from the Silk Trader in Alcarid for 3 coins. You can also pay 30 coins at the clothes shop in Varrock, or around 100 coins if buying from the GE. Any hammer will do, and you can buy one from the general stores for 1 coin each. You'll need 90 steel nails. In order to smith enough, you will need 6 steel bars and 34 smithing in order to make all 90. To buy these from the GE, it will currently cost you around 2k coins, while buying the steel bars will cost you around 3k. So I recommend mining and smithing the nails yourself. You should have completed the Knight Sword quest, so your smithing should be somewhere close to 34, 29 if you haven't trained it since the quest, so you'll probably need to gain about 5 levels. The only way to obtain 3 planks in free-to-play is in the wilderness. Head to the Ferox Enclave and leave through the northern exit. Head north slightly and then east into the Graveyard of Shadows. You should see the planks scattered around the graves. Simply grab 3, avoid the zombies and obviously any place, and get out of there. You will need 2k coins in order to buy a ship for the quest, and totaling up the cost of the other items required that I mentioned previously, if you follow my recommendations, in total you'll need an additional 26 coins, so you'll need 2026 coins total. To kill the goblin in the jail, you'll need to use magic or ranged. Once he is killed, you'll need to use Tele Grab to get the map piece. I therefore recommend you get an air staff, 1.8k from the GE or 2k coins from Zaf's staffs in Varrock, a Lore Rune, which you should have a few for teleports anyway, and around 10 Chaos Runes, as Wind Bolt should be enough to deal with the Goblin. You can skip all this, but it will cost you 10k coins to buy the map piece from the Goblin. To start the quest, head to the Champions Guild located south of Varrock. The fastest way there is via a Chronicle teleport. Once there, head inside and speak to the Guildmaster located by the entrance. Ask him for a quest, and he will direct you to Oziach in Edgeville, and you do not want to know how long it took me to learn the name Oziach. Oziach can be found in the northwest corner of Edgeville. See, I can just get it. Oziach. If you have an axe, you can take a canoe ride from there, otherwise get your run on. Speak to Oziach and ask him if you can buy a runeplate body. Follow the conversation through, and he will set you the task of killing the dragon of Crandor in order to buy the rune plate from him. Pop into the Chronicle teleport to return to the Champions Guild and speak to the Guildmaster. During this conversation, make sure you ask about each pieces of the map. There are 3 in total, and also ask about the anti-dragon shield and where to locate a ship. This is a lengthy conversation, so for clarity, here's the options on screen. From here you can pursue the shield or map pieces in any order. However, my preference is to get the shield first. Use your home teleport to get to Lumbridge quickly. Then head into the castle and up onto the first floor. That's the second if you're in America. Find the Duke in the room without the spinning wheel, speak to him and tell him you're going to fight the Dragon of Crandor and need an anti-dragon shield. He will ask you if you're sure and then give you the shield. Equip it or head up to the third floor and bank it. While here, withdraw the Silk, Lobster Pot, Unfired Bowl and Wizard's Mind Bomb. If needed, grab rooms for a Falador teleport, as well as the Skull Scepter if you have it. If not, a Varrock or Chronicle teleport is fine. Use your Skull Scepter or equivalent teleport and then head northwest to the top of Ice Mountain, approaching from the east side. At the top you will find the Oracle. Speak to her and ask about the Thalzar Map Piece. Once you're finished with this conversation, head south and enter the Dwarven Mines. Once inside, head east, up the path blocked by the strange door. Use the Silk, Lobster Pot, Unfired Bowl and Wizard's Mind Bomb on the door. Be careful with the Mind Bomb, as it's easy to drink it by accident, and if you do, you're going to need to go all the way back to Falador to get another one. Once the items are used on the door, you will pass through it automatically. Once inside, search the chest and after some dialogue, you will get your first map piece. Once you have it, pop a Falador teleport. If you don't have any food or your combat gear equipped, head to the south bank in Falador and get it. You'll need to fight a lesser demon at the end of Melzars maze. It can be flinched, but better be prepared. Once prepped and ensuring you have the maze key, head to the west side of the Onion Field north of Rimington. The big building here is Melzars maze. With the key in your inventory, you should be able to access the maze, so head on inside. On the ground floor, you will be in a room full of zombie rats. Look for the rat with a long tail and kill it to get the red key. From here, head through the door shown and up the ladder.
Please like the video and support my content. Thank you, noble knight.
When you emerge from the ladder, you'll be in a room full of ghosts. On this floor, look for the ghost with the hood and no cape. Kill it to get the orange key. Once obtained, head through the door shown and once again head up the ladder. You should now be in a room full of skeletons. Look for the skeleton with the round shield. Defeat it to get the yellow key. Go through the door in the southwest corner, and along the long corridor and down the ladder. You'll end up in a small room with another set of ladders. Take them to continue down. You should now be in a small room with a couple of zombies. There is no distinguishing features for these guys, so just kill them until the blue key drops. When it does, head through the northernmost door. In this room, you will fight Melzar the Mad. He is aggressive and will auto-attack you, so take him out to get the purple key. Use it on the only other door in the room. Don't hang about too long, as Melzar respawns pretty quickly and he will keep attacking you. You need to defeat the lesser demon in this room to get the green key. If you can just tank the fight and kill the demon, do it. Protect from melee will make this very academic. For anyone of a lower combat level, you can flinch the demon by drawing him into this part of the corridor. He won't travel past the lamp, and as such, with your rune equipped, you can jump in and out of the safe zone to attack him. As always, with flinching, you'll need to wait for his health bar to disappear before striking again. This can be a pain as the demon has a habit of wandering off in my experience. Anyway, defeat the demon, get the green key. Use the green key on the northern door, the one you can see a chest behind. Open said chest to get your second map piece. Well done. For the next section, you will need a ranged weapon or magic runes, as well as runes for Tele Grab. You'll also need a hammer, 3 planks, 90 steel nails, and 2k coins. If you don't have these items, pop a Falador teleport and head to the south bank to get them. Once we've got our items, head to the jail south of Port Sarim. Inside you'll find a cell occupied by the goblin Wormbrain. Kill him with ranged or magic, and then use a telekinetic grab on the map fragment he drops. Boom! We now have all 3 pieces of the map. Use one on another and you'll get the combined map to Crandor. All we need now is a ship. Happily, if we head east out of the jail and along the first jetty near the food store, you should be able to find Clarence. Speak to him and buy the Lady Lumbridge for 2k coins. Unfortunately, the ship is a fixer-upper. After buying it, board the ship and head down inside. You'll see a big hole on the side. Use your planks on the hole to repair it. Once the ship is fixed, head to Draenor village and into Ned's house. Ensure you have the Crandor map in your inventory and then speak to Ned and ask him if he will captain the ship. Once he agrees, head into Draenor Bank and prep for the coming battle with Elvarg. Grab your best combat gear. For melee, you'll want at least full addy, food, at least lobsters, swordfish or pizzas will be best, anti-dragon shield, strength pot, and a stab based weapon, preferably the rune sword, not the rune longsword. You can range or use magic to flinch Elvarg, but you'll struggle to tank without melee. Members can also benefit from an anti-fire pot to really take the sting out of a fire breath attack. I would also maybe head to the monastery in Edgeville to get those extra prayer points. You might just need them. An energy pot or 2 might help those flinching, and an emergency/quick exit teleport might be useful too. Once prepped, head back to the dock at Port Sarim, board the Lady Lumbridge, and tell Ned you are ready to depart. Once you confirm, you will set sail and a cutscene will play. In the scene, the ship will be wrecked, and unfortunately, Colin the cabin boy will be killed. R.I.P. Colin. Once the scene is played out, you'll be on the beach on the Isle of Crandor. Head all the way up to the top of the volcano and down the hole in the centre, running past any aggressive enemies you encounter. Once inside, most things are pretty aggressive. The first thing to do is head due south and open the secret passage. This is just in case things go wrong. I usually forget to do this, but it saves some time later if Elvarg gets you. Once that's done, flick your prayer onto Protect from Magic and cross the wall into Elvarg's lair. Elvarg will immediately attack you. Whichever way you are fighting her, I would head over to these rocks and get behind them to buy yourself some breathing room. Heal up any damage, flick your prayer off, and let the adrenaline wear off. Now for those without 35 prayer or of low combat, below base 40, I would recommend flinching. It's quite easy and safe as long as you are careful. All you need to do is wait for Elvarg's HP bar to disappear. Turn your run on, turn your auto retaliate off, and then click to attack her. Once you land a single blow, including a miss, run back behind the rock before she can retaliate. Basically, as soon as you see a hit or a miss splash appear, click to run back behind the rock. Wait for a health bar to disappear and repeat the process. It will take time and you might have to let your run energy recover a bit, but it's as easy as that. Wear her down and eventually you should beat her. For those following the standard or the honourable way of the tank, I recommend a minimum base of 40 melee, 37 prayer, and full addy with a rune sword. Anything less will make a tough fight even tougher. You should also try to master prayer flicking with Protect from Magic to help minimise Elvarg's fire breath damage, and make sure the anti-dragon shield is equipped. Without it, Elvarg can hit a 69, which will be an instant kill for most players at this point. it's dropped to 10 with the shield equipped, so definitely worthwhile. So once you're ready, pop out from behind the rock, make sure auto retaliate is on, attack using a stab based style, prayer flick, and eat until you wear her down and defeat her. Don't worry too much about perfecting prayer flicking, the priority is the prayer being on and eating to recover any lost HP ASAP. Elvarg is a difficult enemy and at base 40 is still easily capable of killing you in 2 to 3 turns. She also drains prayer with each fire breath attack, so you might end up in a situation of just trying to out-eat her damage. This is fine, just keep on top of your HP and keep clicking to attack her after each time you eat. Eventually, you should best her. If you run out of food, use a teleport and get out, especially if you're a hardcore Ironman. If this happens, maybe get some better food, increase your prayer level, or just try the flinching method instead. Anyway, once you kill her, you'll get the awesome scene where you claim the dragon's head. Nice one. Let's get out of here. Teleport out of the chamber and head back to Oziach in Edgeville. See, I told you I'd mastered that name. Speak to him to complete the quest. Congratulations, you just completed by far the best quest in free-to-play. You'll be rewarded with 2 further quest points, 18,650 strength and defense XP, and the all-important ability to equip Rune and Dragonplate bodies. You can also revisit Crandor anytime you like, as well as the Corsair Cove resource area. And that brings us to the end of this video. I hope that this Dragon Slayer 1 quest guide was useful. As always, please leave a comment with any feedback or questions, as I'm keen to hear them. And all that's left for me to say is I've been the Lumbridge Knight, peace out, and thanks for watching.